Hola and bienvenidos. Welcome to my live. And I see I got some people in already. Besos. I appreciate y'all so much. Hey, David Corey, what's going on? Cropper. Hey, God's desire for me. Hope you had a good day. Right back at you. Hey, Psalms. Good to see you. Yes, please. Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, from the bushes. I don't blame you. Do what you gotta do. Let me turn off my notifications on my phone because if not, y'all know what will happen. I'll get calls, people asking for a bunch of information, and I can't do that right now. Okay, so that's done. Great. And let me shut down my tablet. So I hope everybody is having a great day. I am so looking forward to this because I really just wanted to have a nice relaxed talk, a nice mindful Monday where we're just relax and talk. I did not. Hey Mike, how are you? So good to see you. Thank you for popping in. Hey Nikki, so good to see you too, sis. She says she outside grilling food, but I'm here listening. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Not a problem. And everybody is speaking. I had such plans for this weekend. And guys, and let me tell you. Uh-oh. I had such plans for this weekend. Okay, there we go. I'm so sorry. That was me. I had such plans for this weekend, as I was saying, because I figured, hey, Ma, how are you? It's so good to see you. I was just visiting you for a little while. I was looking at your little short with your watermelon and your peppers, your Cherokee tomatoes. So hopefully it will stop raining. But listen, I always start off and I ask everybody how their weather is and whatnot. Oh my goodness. It's been raining here. It's been thunderstorming. So my plans for this weekend was to, once I got off work Friday, was to start moving things from one area of the garden to the other. Most of everything in the garden had to be moved. Um, I made up a little sketch of what I wanted. And I was doing that because this was the weekend we were going to lay the foundation for the greenhouse. Yay! Couldn't do it. We went, we bought the wood, we bought everything we needed, and then we looked at the weather. The weather said no. The weather said no. Um, it's been thunderstorming. So it didn't make sense to pour and lay the foundation, get the cement, pour that, excuse me, and then it rained. We do have some tarp, but I just didn't think it was a good idea. So we didn't get to do it. But at least I have the supplies. And the next weekend we can do it, we'll do it. What we're gonna do is we are going to try the dry pour method. The dry pour method is when you take the cement and you lay it dry and then you soak it. And then every 15 to 20 minutes, you wet it again. So that is what we are going to do. But man, it was crazy all weekend. It's raining now. Matter of fact, about 4 o'clock, 4:20, it was throwing down. I mean, the thunderstorm was real. And I was like, oh no, I hope the electricity does not go out because I really want to be able to do my live so I can talk to you guys and get it out my system. Um, Fortunately, it's not so bad right now. So I'm happy about that. But anyway, tell me what your temps were like. Today it was 82 degrees with a real feel of 85. The Humidity was 71%. And of course, heavy rains and thunderstorms. So that's mine. So what was yours, guys? So Mike says it was gloomy, but no rain. 72. 72 is not bad at all. Hey, my entrepreneurial diary. Good to see you. Good to see you. So happy you can make it. Thank you. Hey, Cassandra. How are you? I'm curious, what is your weather like? So Nikki said, ooh, beautiful. 72 and sunny here. Good for you. 72 and sunny. That's a win-win. That's a win. I see why you barbecuing. Even though my husband will barbecue under the canopy, even if it is raining. He just loves to barbecue. I'm gonna do some videos. I told him one day I'm gonna do a video of him prepping for barbecuing because he is very meticulous when it comes to barbecuing. I just thought it'd be something nice to share with you guys. So Sam says y'all might get tornadoes down there in the nighttime too. Exactly. I cannot tell you how many times we've had warnings in the middle of the night, have had to get our stuff and go into the center of the house. We've done it one night 3 times. And after a while, you're so tired of getting up and down and up and down that sometimes you just like, forget it, whatever. Then good sense prevails. You're like, you know what? Let's just get up because we never know what can happen. This might be the time where something does hit. And we have had a tornado as close as the next county over. So it's something to think about. In any event, I was doing some reading, guys. And well, first let me just say this. I know this is a busy weekend for a lot of people. So, Cassandra says 80 degrees and cloudy, rain expected later tonight. Okay, see? Hey, Container Gardener, Harvey. Good to see you. Yes. Usually, and Psalm says hers is 66 and cloudy in Chicago land. I love Chicago. Chicago land, yes. Just a memory came back to me, guys. Memorial Day weekend is usually the time where I'll go away for a little short weekend getaway. But this weekend I was so excited about laying the foundation and then nothing happened. But it's okay. I know a lot was going on this weekend. I did want to be at the kickback, the crawfish kickback, but as I've told you several times, tickets were too much. So maybe next year. I'll have to perhaps get those tickets a little bit sooner. In any event, like I said, I just wanted it to be a fun live, nothing heavy. I don't have a movie of the week this week, but I did want to share something with you. I have been reading some information on micro garden. It was an article that I kind of I was looking up something and this article popped up, but it wasn't what I was looking for. And it was 7 gardening trends. And I was like, what is this? I was just curious. And one of the things, as they said, was micro gardening. And so basically, I just assumed it was gardening perhaps in a small place, gardening on a small scale. But really, there were so many other things that I saw related to micro gardening. It was talking about how you can get trees that are low water, that, for example, they said the acacia tree, olive trees, palm trees, citrus trees, juniper trees, and cypress trees can survive fantastically. Is that a word? Fantastically? I think it is. With very little water. I was like, wow, okay. And so they were saying that this is a new trend and it started last year, roughly around last year. And basically, it's just a combination of having a sustainable garden and including your gardening in your landscape. And they said it's possible anywhere. If you're urban, suburban, they say it's budget friendly. And so I just basically tried to find as much information as I could on it. I'm still in the process of looking it up. But for example, what they said is you would use your garden to grow what you eat, what you use for medicine, and any other way that would help you to reduce your footprint here on the earth. I said, okay. It's basically like high density planting techniques that they are offering. And so I'm going to do a lot of research on that. Has anybody else heard of micro gardening? Because this honestly is my first time. And basically, it was talking about micro homesteading. So it was very very new to me, and I actually have an olive tree, an Albertina olive tree, and I didn't know that it was supposed. It's a low water usage tree. I water it when I feel like it needs water, which is basically I water it once, maybe twice a week, because of where I am. It's very very humid, so I make sure that I have everything, try to just drench it, even though I am a little bit late with putting up my shade cloth. Oh my goodness. It dawned on me, you don't have your shade cloth up and it's time to put it up. So I definitely need to get it up there. But so that's my little thing about the micro garden. I've heard of microgreens. So I was like absolutely surprised. Micro gardening. Is it anything like square foot gardening? Yeah, it really is. Because it's basically trying to take every space that you have, whether it's a large space or a small space, and micro garden into a small area. So what they do is they say your landscape should be your garden. So whereas people have ornamental cabbage that you can't really eat, it's just to look pretty. They say you should grow what you can eat. So, thank you. I was wondering if it really was. Now, you would know. So, thank you for verifying that it is a word. So, basically, what you would do is you might plant a row of cabbage. Then, behind the cabbage, you might plant something that's a root vegetable that grows underground. Then behind that, you would grow something that is a little bit bigger than cabbage and a little bit bigger than whatever you decide. If you put carrots there, it's going to have the leaves there. So you put something that's a little bit bigger, maybe tomatoes or something like that, and you densely pack it. So like Psalm said, square foot gardening. And I have tried to do square foot gardening in one of my raised beds. I divided it up, and I think it has 4 sections. No, it has 6 sections total. So it's two, two, and two, and then they're divided in half. So 2, 4, 6. But I was not very good at it, and I did this 2 years ago. I wasn't very good at it, and I just decided, nah, whatever, I won't do it. But I think it's excellent to know, to be aware of it, to try to mimic if you do have limited space. 64 and sunny in Cleveland, whoop whoop, but still kind of chilly in the evening with them 40 degrees. Hopefully, when you put it in the ground, your stuff, Miss Shirley, like you were saying in your video, hopefully it should be okay. I actually think it will be. I really do. So Cassandra said, I think I heard of people micro gardening in urban areas, on rooftop patios or small condos. Yes. So I noticed that a lot of Asian people do that on their homes, on the top of the houses. They will have U-shaped gardens, and in the middle of that, they'll have a like seating area. They'll eat out there. They'll gather for parties out there, and I think that's just amazing, very interesting and amazing. I thought when I went to, where did I go? There is an area in London, and I can't think of the name of it, but we were on the train, And when we were on the train, we were so shocked at how many houses, and these are apartment buildings, were so close together. And I was like, man, so people like that would have to micro garden. So what they could do is they could have something small on their terrace. Now there are flower pots that hang on the terrace, and you can grow things in there. Then they could have something underneath. Then they could have a bucket, perhaps in the corner. Against the wall, they would have a raised vertical, maybe like fence, like that something could climb, like cucumbers, beans, and that would be a form of micro gardening. So that's just amazing. Yes, Rambo. Exactly. Exactly. And so Michelle said rooftop gardens are all in New York. It's funny because I think that they are becoming more and more popular, with people having rooftop gardens. In fact, since the pandemic, people are more concerned with sustainability, particularly with food, particularly with food. Hey, Bob Brownlee, how are you? So good to see you. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate that. So that is something. And it's cool. I think it's really cool to be able to do that. You can make good use of a small area, and that's really what it's all about. This article that I read, it got into depth. It talked about containers, and um they said, what container would you select for your micro garden? It's a great opportunity to get creative. Some suggestions include pots, standard pots, or hanging baskets, a raised wooden bed. Of course, we know that. Garden bathtubs, old bathtub, excuse me, or a wash tub. Old suitcase, baskets, or a tote bag. Now, I've seen people take the jeans and make it into a flower pot. I've seen people take the old bathtubs, like those big porcelain ones, and make bathtubs. But suitcases, I've never seen that. Hey, GT Junior, thank you for listening. Please be careful driving, and everybody is wishing you, like Mike, to drive safe. So please do. It said milk crates lined with planter liner and window boxes. So most of those we've heard of, and I know I have, but the suitcases, no. Tote bags, no. Um, Everything else I've basically heard of. Um, I saw something on Pinterest, guys. It was where they took their old wheelbarrow and they made it a garden bed. And I so really want to do that, because my old wheelbarrow, the wheel is off, and I'm not gonna use it since I have the Gorilla cart that I have. Um, but I was trying to find paint to paint it on the outside that would be okay with food. So I believe they do have paint that's safe to paint um, and use with whatever gardening container you're gonna use. But I need to find it, and then I will do it. I got an old galvanized steel tub I grew with. Man, those things last forever. Forever. Hey, wellness with Frugal Mama. Good to see you. Good to see you. Girl, I'm going to hit it every day this week with you, sis, because I've been bad this weekend. I've really been eating an unusual amount of sweets. I usually don't eat the amount that I've eaten, but I don't know. This weekend, I just was kind of like, throw caution to the wind. So Miss Shirley said, I turned the bathtub. Oh, that's a great idea. A bathtub into a pond. That sounds good. So Harry Container Gardener says, basically anything that can hold soil sounds like, yeah, that's basically what they're saying. And so I was trying to think, what's the strangest thing I ever grew anything in? And I think the strangest thing for me, or the most unusual, is not really that unusual. And that was a shoebox, a plastic shoebox, which is not abnormal. I mean, that's not strange by any means, but that is the I did do a kiddie pool, but again, people do that all the time, so it's not really strange. So Cassandra said, I saw someone over near Virginia Highland, had a garden using an old bicycle with a basket. I bet that's pretty. I could just imagine the basket on the bicycle just really full of flowers. That would be pretty. I made some pumpkin chai, made a pumpkin chai latte and made it iced, which is not normal for me. I usually drink everything hot, but this, I just wanted iced and it's so good. Mm, excuse me. So Psalm says, I see one of those guerrilla gardeners turn out of those newspaper box things into a planter and put flowers hanging out of the part that opens. That sounds pretty too. It's given me some really cool ideas. Like for example, if you grow something and you have nasturtium or something that has really pretty flowers, and then in the middle you could grow something else that hangs. I think that would be pretty. So okay, so Mama Shirley said a primer, then paint your wheelbarrow. Okay, so I guess the primer is going to help it stick to the wheelbarrow, correct? Because it is plastic. So, and I don't know about stuff like that. I followed a lady who grew in cardboard boxes. Wow. See, there's all kind of ways to do it. All kind of ways to do it. Mike said, I use shoe boxes for hydroponics. Man, this is the hydroponic man, I tell y'all. So actually, let me tell you, I have a lot that I do with my hydroponics, my aero farms, my aero gardens, but I found some baskets, little baskets. I wish I had thought to bring them with me so I could show you guys. They're about that big. And I was thinking, I don't know what they were baskets. I was gonna use it something with my students. I This weekend, because I couldn't go outside, I decided let me go ahead and do the whole classroom over. Um, every now and then I like to change the classroom around. I like to surprise them when they come in and like, oh, everything is different. So I was just thinking, you know what, let me change it around, put the science center here, put this here. So that's what I did. And as I was going through a box, I found those baskets. And I thought to myself, this would sit nicely in a jar and I could actually grow something using those baskets. And I basically was thinking about doing it with my students. Get the jars, like the mason jars, stick the baskets in there. Excuse me. And my throat is so dry. I'm so sorry, which is why I've been sipping. So please excuse me. Um, and then I figured I would teach them how to grow that way. So we'll see. We'll see. And if I do, guys, and it works, I will absolutely do a video on it. Yes, pumpkin. I love pumpkin. I have two of those old galvanized tubs in my patio with perennial flowers. Ooh, I bet that is beautiful. Okay, so Miss Shirley said yes, primer. Okay, okay. And she said, awesome. She said it also extends the paint job. Okay, because I want it to be bright. Excuse me, I'm so sorry, guys. So in my garden, I have grow bags, orange and green grow bags. And I'm gonna do a tour very, very soon. Once I get the foundation done, I thought I would show you what it looks like, and then you guys can see the progression. But I have orange and I have green grow bags. And so now I want to do I want to do something bright, but not in those colors. But those are always my go-to colors. But what do y'all think about yellow? Y'all think yellow would be good? Mm. I've seen people growing in the pockets of shoe caddies. Wow. Somebody that I follow, and I can't remember the name off the top of my head, is doing a challenge for the most unusual place to grow something. I cannot wait. It's going to be a number of fantastic ideas. And I'm sure people are going to really go out the box. But what you guys are mentioning sounds very pretty to me. Very, very pretty. Frugal Mama says, yes, got two big yellow buckets to move my figs into. Oh, nice. So I'm gonna do, I was thinking if I do, it has the other three wheels are good. So what I was gonna do is take the corresponding wheel that came off, take that other one off, leave the two wheels on the same side, paint those, paint the actual tub of the wheelbarrow one color, and then the top rim, which has like a little lip, paint that another color. So what I was thinking was paint it yellow, and then the lip could be green, and then the wheels could be green, something like that. Just something I want to do. And then of course I'm going to make that a herb bed. It's going to accompany, I already have an herb garden, but I want to do another herb garden. I want to add some different things to it that I don't have. So we'll see it. Yes, thank you, Mike. Girl Southern Living. Yes. I just cannot wait to see when it's all over. I just really am anxious to see what people come up with, because I know there are going to be some fantastic ideas. I grew in a pair of rubber boots with holes in the toe. That sounds so cute. Like I can imagine a boot with the big toe sticking out. That sounds so good. So Miss Barb Brownlee is speaking to everybody. Guys, thank you so much for joining the live chat. You and you and you and you and all of you are so appreciated. I really appreciate you for coming, for being in my live, for commenting. It just makes it go. So I love that. Love that. So connect with Miss Shirley OG. She put the hashtag PG in, and boom, there it is. So also this article says you can repurpose a myriad of different household items to plant your greens in. You just need to be sure that your container drains properly. And if it doesn't, just drill several drainage holes in the lowest part of your container. So you guys have said it. You guys have basically mentioned so many different creative ways that you can do it. um, so I love that. I love that. Uh, in any event, it's an amazing thing to be able to grow something in something that produces food or beauty, such as your flowers, or medicinal things in something that was not intended for that. I think that is super, super cool. So I had a few questions. Like I said, I wanted to keep it very light. So one of the questions I wanted to ask was, which state do you think grows the most watermelon? I was surprised. I thought it was my state, but it's not Georgia. It's not Georgia. Hey, Odoms, how are you? Appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you. This man is a master, y'all. And now you'll find out why in a few days. I'm gonna be doing something. Mm. So someone said Louisiana. I'm so sorry, guys. No, let me tell y'all. Honestly, I need a new laptop. I was actually looking the other day, and my daughter looked for me. She said this laptop was from 2020. So that means it's 5 years old. And while that's not extremely old in technology, it is, and I need to get another one. So I don't know why it shut off, to be honest with you. It just does that. It's plugged in, it just is fickle. I don't know. But anyway, Odom said Tennessee. Okay, so guys, it's Florida. Florida. Can you believe it? Like Florida? I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. So it said Florida is number one, then Georgia, my state, then California, then Texas, then North Carolina, then Indiana, Arizona, and then South Carolina. So Florida produces 29.89% of watermelons. And then Georgia is coming in at 20.38. And then everybody else is lower than that. Yeah, I was wondering. They're not even on the list, which is crazy. Mama Shirley, I don't know. It just shuts off. I noticed it has started doing that. Just shutting off. So I'm gonna have to ding ding ding. You got it, Bob Brownlee, Florida. Yeah. So I don't know, guys. Let's see. Got to pop back in the bushes. Hubby just got home and I haven't made dinner yet. Go make the dinner. Hey, Cheryl, how are you? South Carolina. It's on the list. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the top 8. It's one of the 8. So I'm just like, wow. I was shocked. Yeah, it is interesting because I just figured, hey, it was gonna be Georgia. Yeah. Wrong. So then I thought, which country produces the most watermelon? Not which country ships the most watermelon. Which country do you think produces the most watermelon? This didn't really shock me after I thought about it. Which country do you think? Hey, that's my art. Thank you for coming. How are you? I hope everybody had a good day. Aha, Nikki got it. Yes, ma'am. China. They said China produces the most watermelons. They produce 60.4 tons of watermelon every year. And this is according to a study in 2022. And they said they produce the most watermelon basically because of their population, because of their climate, and the way they cultivate it. They put a lot of effort into it. So I was shocked. China. Yep. China. Can you believe it, y'all? China. Oh, wow. So Nikki said, I was shocked when I learned that years ago. Yep. I just learned it recently. So, next thing I was thinking about is, how many of you took home economics in school? I know I did. And I don't know what made me think this. Well, I'll tell you what made me think it. I will tell you. So, sometimes what I do is when I'm thinking about gardening, it branches into other areas. So when I was thinking about the micro gardening, I was wondering how many places have schools that teach agriculture and actually have gardens. There is one school near me. It is a high school with a pre-K program in it, and they garden and they have chickens. But I don't know of any other school that does. And I thought to myself, Why? Why is it that they don't? That should be, and then I started thinking about, but that should be a class that should teach them life skills like home economics. Then I was thinking about, wait, when I did home economics, I loved it. Do they do that in schools now? So Miss Shirley said the tariffs. Wait, where was it? And there is tariffs, I guess she's saying. Okay, everybody's raising their hand saying they did. She said, yes, China don't play about their watermelon growing techniques. No, they do not. Okay, so Southern states. So actually, I grew up in New York and we did too, but I'm wondering, do they do it now? It seems like that's something that they should. So Nikki said the powers that we want us to want us to spend our money on food, and we want to be self-sustainable as much as possible. We want to grow our own food. We want to know where it's coming from. Oh man. Wow. That's sad. That's sad. When we did home economics, we had cooking, we had woodworking, we had sewing, we had pottery making. And I thought to myself, woodworking would be very good because, carpentry. I thought about pottery making. What if you learn and mastered that craft? You could make your own pots and sell them and make them unique to your own design and have a nice little business. I thought about sewing. I took up sewing. I took up cooking. Of course, cooking was my favorite because I'm a foodie. Sewing, I did not do well, despite the fact that my mother sewed everything. Everything. My mom sews everything. My mom even made a suit for my dad. That's how much she sews. She makes all of her clothes. I didn't like sewing. I didn't like the way they did it. I wanted to take the class, but it was nothing like what I thought. And so, I said my mom will teach me how to sew, which she did. China's not fighting about the exports. Of course not. That's why I said we had cooking, but yes, budgeting and sewing. I have heard some schools did budgeting. I think they need to bring that back. I think they need to bring it back. Do you all know preserving came from food to sustain? Wow. I didn't know that. I did not know that. But it makes sense when you say it. I could see the practicality in that. Yes, we were taught about trades. Exactly. You know, I'm gonna tell y'all something, and it's 100% true, but it's gonna sound like a lie. So my mother would always tell us, use your head and think, figure it out. Use your head and think. And so when I hear stories, which I'm about to tell you, it just doesn't make sense to me that somebody would not use their head and think. So there was a young lady, no relation to me. There was a young lady who opened up her checking account and she got free checks. You get free checks and then you had to pay for checks. Now I'm saying checks, so you'll know this was a long time ago because many people don't deal with checks now. So she got her free checks. And then she was writing checks. And she was like, I don't understand it. The bank told me that I owe them money. Well, do you? I don't know. Well, figure it out. And I'm thinking, from the way I was raised, I couldn't understand why she didn't understand. So she says, I said, well, what do you have? What did you put in your bank account? I opened it with this amount. I don't remember what amount she told me. And I said, well, have you put any more money in? No. Then why did you write checks, all of those checks that you have in that little book? She said, because I got free checks. Okay, but the checks were free. That doesn't mean you can write any amount. And she repeated, but the lady said these are free checks. So I wrote the checks for the amount I wanted. Can y'all believe that? It's a true story. It is true. And I was thinking to myself, this girl is dumb. Doesn't she understand you pay for checks? And so these are checks you don't have to pay for, and that makes them free. And if everybody got free checks, you could write a check for $1,000,000. She really didn't understand it. So I'm bringing that up to say that was way back in the late to early 2000s when this girl was saying this. And I'm thinking, poor thing, as Southerners say, bless her heart. She honestly didn't know. She was, I will say, she was in a bad situation. She grew up as a foster child. Her mom was on drugs, and maybe that's why she couldn't figure it out. But children today, young people today, need budgeting. They need home economics. You ask someone, excuse me, a young person, do you know how to cook? I can cook. And what do? Stick something in the microwave and press the button, take it out, put it on the plate. That's not cooking. That's not cooking. Something happens. Oh, I need this done. You don't know how to do that? No. Simple things. So I think they need to revamp home economics and make it to 2025 for young people in schools today to make it something that's going to help them. Yeah, they should have never taken it out of schools. I agree. I agree. Makes sense, Cheryl. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Let me see her comment. I want to pin that. Do you all know? Yes. Makes sense. Yep. We were. We were taught about trades, things like that. I just, don't get it. But I taught my girls. I taught them. They didn't really have it the way I had it. They kind of had a few classes here and there, but no, no. At OCD, I'm smart on my. I believe it. She thought the checks were free money. Yes. Yeah. That Nikki, that's what I was trying to explain to her. I was like, sweetheart, if everybody got a free check, we could write a check and buy a home. Oh, here's a check for my house. Here's a check for a brand new car. She honestly didn't get it. So what happened was she ended up losing the account. We, a few friends, we tried to help her. She was young. She didn't know. We tried to help her, but So dehydration came from space, canning, and salting sailings. Wow. That I didn't know. That's something to really look into. So Cheryl said, my son at the age of 10 said that to me. Him and my nephew said I was rich because I had checks. Oh, but yeah, poor Tank Tank. Yeah, it's sad because the young lady just did not thrive. She did not thrive. And I do believe it was her unfortunate beginning. I had to explain the difference between credit and debit cards because she didn't understand why she couldn't rent a car. Oh, yeah. Because they make it very hard to rent a car. I mean, I've heard some people in certain areas putting up all of this money to rent a car. And I'm thinking, wow, you have to put this much cash because you're using a debit card. And most places won't even let you do it. Funniest comment to me was a person said, can't cook, power's out. They had a gas stove. Oh my God. Man, that's one thing. I was so happy one thing that I did like where I used to live, I had a gas stove. And if the power went out, we were still eating good. Bring that little thing over here so I could see what I'm doing. And boom, kept it moving. When I say use the match, their mind was blown. Exactly. Isn't it great? You ever, listen, I'm going to get to this comment, but you ever went into a store and the register's broke and they can't figure it out? They don't even write it on paper. They be like, we can't do nothing, ma'am. I'm sorry because our register broke. Okay, sweetheart. Just figure it out. They can't do it. Some don't even know how to figure it out with a calculator. The manager's got to come over and say, sir, ma'am, what do you have? Sir, what do you have? Okay, this is what you have to give them. Just do it like this. Oh, okay. He walks away, they can't get it. Sad. I went to a McDonald's and their system, and there's same thing. I did not, I promise you, I did not read your comment. But exactly. I went to a McDonald's, their system was down, so the register wasn't working. I was total, yeah, my total under $10. The young lady asked me what my change should be. I was ashamed for her. You know what? Exactly. Sometimes they're not even ashamed themselves. But yeah, it is sad. It really is. Today's kids cannot cook, microwave only, count money back to you, nor write in cursive. This in turn is due to not being taught in schools. Yeah, I had one little girl in my summer program that asked me 2 years ago, can you please teach me how to write cursive? And I was like, well, aren't you learning that in school? And that's when I learned. No, she said, no, ma'am, we not. So I found a book that taught cursive writing, and she was so happy, so happy. But then she blew my mind. She said, now I'll be able to read what my mama's writing. So apparently her mother was writing in cursive. Um, Up north, we love our gas stoves. Yes, we do. I love it. Yes, Harvey Container. The person gave me back more money than I gave her. Wow. Exactly. Yeah, it's so sad. It's so sad. Like I said, I started thinking about this home economics and I kept thinking to myself, so what should they be learning? One, budgeting. It was mentioned. And yes, I agree, budgeting. And maybe not necessarily sewing, but how to sew a hem. So when that thread comes out, you can hem it. If a button falls off, you can put it back on. That's all. You don't have to learn how to make a dress, make this or that. That's beautiful. That's nice. But everybody is not going to do that. Give them the basics. And if they want to go further and they are motivated to go further, then yes, let them go further. Another thing is, I think every child should have a class about credit, how you are supposed to use credit. A lot of children don't know. A lot of young people don't know. A lot of young adults don't know how to use credit. Hey, that's my art. Those young people are lost without machines and phone. Yeah, they are. They really are. Reading cursive will be a job one day. Could you imagine? You know what? You'll be the translator. Job description, job post. Looking for individual able to read and write and or write cursive. Could you imagine? Crazy. So Nikki said when microwaves and microwavable meals were created, that was the downfall of real cooking. It's true. It's so true. And I deal with a lot of young people and I see them doing things that I feel bad for them. And I always feel obligated to try to help. And everybody doesn't want it. Some young people just are very comfortable with where they are. They don't see the need to do anything. Um, I feel sorry for them. I really feel sorry for them. But I try to help those that want to be helped because I can see that life is going to be very challenging if certain basics are not learned. So Psalm says a few months ago at the grocery store, the register did work, but I paid in cash and the teen couldn't count the change that she was supposed to give me. She called an older lady over to count for her. See, so sad, so sad. My granddaughter and her four babies don't know or will eat real food. Yeah, it's sad. So, the FDA has set aside a guideline of what children should be eating in the school system. And what they have is basically not what a lot of children eat. So a lot of food is wasted, a lot. Um, for example, how many children eat salads? In my class alone, I can tell you two, just two. Everything else, wasted. The state says we must offer it to them, and we do too. That's it. They want ramen. They want chicken nuggets. They want French fries. Um, Nothing real, nothing sustainable. It just really breaks my heart. I think the sad part is that they have an attitude with you because exactly, exactly, exactly. It's so true. It's like they're mad at you and they're like, I got it. Now I'm good. Are you? Are you really good? I don't think so. I don't think so. And it is sad. Yes, junk. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. That's another one. Pancakes on a stick. Do you even know how to make pancakes? I remember being in home economics, and the group that I was in, I know it was four girls. I know that three of us, our mothers taught us well. Our teacher was like, okay, we're going to make pancakes today. Who knows what pancakes are made from? The base of the pancake. We looking at each other like, duh, flour, you know? The other girl, she didn't know. And, sometimes you don't know. You don't know her circumstances, so we can't judge. But nowadays, if you ask, do you know how to make pancakes? Yeah, just take them out and put them in the microwave. Ew, no, those are not real pancakes, dear. And neither are the ones at McDonald's. Those are not real pancakes either. They wouldn't be able to do it. I'm exposing everything to my great granddaughter, and she loves food of all kinds. That's good. That's good. I love to see children eat home cooked food. I love it. It makes me just, I don't know, it's something that I just love to see because children don't. I know there was one young lady, um, she has a daughter. I believe she's 19 with a 3 or 4 year old. And she kept saying, I don't understand why whenever he go to the bathroom, I can see all the food I give him. For one, he's not chewing it. And two, corn is something that's very hard for children to digest. For some adults too. And so that's what she kept saying. I always see corn. I give him vegetables every night. Always corn for the most part because he loved corn. But it don't come out like it just come out the way it go in. So did you ever try another vegetable? Um that's basically all I know how to cook is corn. Oh, okay. So we need a lesson in knowing how to cook. No, because I'm good, because he liked the corn, so I'm gonna just give it to him. I'm wondering, wow, you have no desire to learn anything else? Miss Shirley, I tried, but their mama grew another girl, another story. Yeah, I understand. You do what you can do. But at the end of the day, the mothers, they're gonna do what they want. Main ingredient is a red box. Just add water. Yeah. Okay. I mean, listen, I'm full transparency. I'll buy the pancakes from time to time that just add water, quick one and boom. But let me tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna jazz them pancakes up. I'm gonna throw some cinnamon, a little nutmeg, more cinnamon than nutmeg, because nutmeg's strong, so you don't need a lot. I'm gonna throw a little bit of brown sugar in there, just a little bit. I'm gonna throw some vanilla in there. Whip that pancake good. That's how I do. Mike said, "Are you ready to just right?" I try, Cheryl. I try. If the corn is going in whole and coming out whole, he's not getting any benefit from exactly. But again, it goes back to the comment. They don't know, and when you tell them, they have attitude. It's always, I'm good. How? Like, who came up with that? I'm good. Oh my goodness. Mm-mm-mm. I do too. Add cinnamon. Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's, yeah. Of course, that's how you do. But children don't know that. Another thing is, what do you do? I remember when my children were young, and there have been times where things have been lean. Do you hear me? Lean. And they would say, there's nothing in the cabinets to eat. Hmm. Oh, yes, there was. I knew what I was going to do. I knew how I was going to feed them, but they could not see a full meal. They couldn't put it together like, oh, I got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. They couldn't figure it out. Now they can, that they're adults and they've watched me their whole lives during lean times to make a meal basically out of what you say is nothing. Children today would not know how to do that. If we have another pandemic and things are tight, these young people who have children who don't know how to do it, don't know how to make a meal out of a little bit of stuff, are going to suffer. They're going to suffer because they don't know. So my question is, why don't they know? Yep, not chewing the food. Exactly. Nothing wrong with convenience, but if that convenient item is no longer there, we should know how to create it from scratch. Absolutely. And I'm gonna tell you something. I love a good grand biscuit. Poop, pop it open, throw it in there, bring it out, put some apple butter on there. That's what I love, y'all. Apple butter. When I get those persimmons, some persimmons butter that I make, love it. But every now and then, I gotta have a good homemade biscuit. It's just nothing like a good old homemade biscuit. So, like you said, convenience is everything. But if you don't know how to do it, make it from scratch, then hey, you're missing out. He needs to chew it. Yeah, absolutely. He does. Poor thing. I'm good means I'm taking the easy way out. You know what? You're right. It does mean that. Frank's beans and onions over rice. Love it to this day. Absolutely. You got a rough time. You take them hot dogs, you cut them up, throw saute them with some onions and pepper, add a can of baked beans, and throw it over some rice. Exactly. Easy, cheap. Is it the most nutritious? No. Is it gonna keep you fed? Is it gonna keep your ribs from hitting your backbone? Yes. So sometimes you take that, throw some veggies up in there, you'll be good to go. Good to go. So Cheryl said, growing up, we had a junk day, mostly tuna sandwich and popcorn. I hear you. It's so funny you say that because every Saturday for lunch, for years, we had tuna fish sandwiches and chips. Tuna fish sandwiches and chips. We always loved it when daddy bought the chips because if mommy bought the chips, she always got the little cheap chips. But when daddy bought the chips, he liked Lay's Ruffles. So we always got the Lay's Ruffle chips with our tuna sandwiches. Also, daddy would get nice buns, rolls for us to have our tuna sandwiches on. Mommy would just get a loaf of bread. And then we loved it when we was sitting at the table because we always ate as a family growing up. We loved it one Saturday when my father said, babe, don't buy this bread no more for the tuna sandwiches. Just get the rolls. Just get the rolls. Go to the deli and get the rolls. We was like, yes, we got the rolls. No more bread. So we did that. And we had our chips. I love mac and cheese. We cut up hot dogs. Delicious struggle meal. Exactly. Exactly. That's the thing. Could these young people make these struggle meals? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But I know one thing. I know I can. I've taught my children how to do it. So they're going to be good because lean days, they can hit you at any time. Sometimes you think everything is good, and all it takes is one thing to happen. We ate as a family too. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. I really did. My parents worked so hard, and I didn't realize it until I was older how hard they were working. For example, my dad would take my sister and I roller skating. I thought he's taking us roller skating because he wants to go. No, he was making a sacrifice. He wanted us to have some good association, get out there. He wanted to kind of give us a little freedom, but kind of keep an eye on us. And he would take us roller skating. So we loved it. So Miss Shirley said tuna casserole, mom favorite. Yes. I love a good tuna sandwich. I love a tuna fish. Yes. And chips to this day. Exactly. I love it. I really do. But I've gotten a little picky with the tuna. So we don't want just regular tuna. Now I like the albacore or the solid white. And I used to like it in water, but they said it's better for you in oil. The fish oil is better. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Well, guys, my hour is up. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate y'all. It has been a fun live. Whew, thank you so much for sticking around with my little faux pas and this crazy laptop. I'm going to get a new one soon. I've got to get past this foundation. Well, that's paid for. The foundation is paid for. But I got the greenhouse to get. I'll purchase that in a few weeks. But I'm gonna get it. Aw. Yes, it did go fast. That means I was having fun. I couldn't believe it. Hey, Rob in the garden. No, yeah. I'm picky with my tuna, Psalm says. If it ain't chicken of the sea, it don't taste good to me. I remember that tuna and chicken of the sea. Yes, it's been a great time. Memories. Absolutely. Hey, my Renaissance grandma. My Renaissance grandma, I'm so glad you made it in. Did you get my order? I did it last week for the soap. I hope you did. Please let me know. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Thank y'all. You know what? I'm so glad y'all guys came and supported me. I really appreciate it. Guys, next week, I have a huge announcement, a big announcement that I'm making next week. Next Monday, I'm super excited. Can't wait to tell y'all. Really exciting news. So Cheryl said, when you go to the channel, hit like, leave a comment, please. Thank you. Guys, can you please do me a favor, as Cheryl said, give me a thumbs up before you leave. Thanks, Nikki. So I know Tampa is going live at 9 o'clock. Unfortunately, I'll probably be in the bed because I'm a night owl. But if I happen to be up, I will definitely be there. Also, too, don't forget about Wind Down Wednesday. I know that T-Non goes live tomorrow. Yeah, so we'll probably see you guys sometime then. I didn't know your government name, but I figured it out. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have did it. Usually what I like to do is put a note in there, AKA blah, blah, blah. So yeah. I'm glad because the hubby loves the soap. Loves the soap. So check out Miss V's collection, y'all, on Etsy. She's got great stuff. But hurry up because you only got a few days until she's in vacation mode. So thank you guys. I appreciate you. I have a video coming out tonight and I hope you'll check it out. In any event, I just want to say thank you. And whatever, hey, Sylvia, I'm sorry, we get ready to leave and cutting grass before the rain starts. I don't blame you. Get it done. Get it done. Everybody, whatever you're doing, you enjoy it. Go salon.